What is up, Chiefs Kingdom? Happy Tuesday. I'm Hayley Lewis, and this is Chiefs News Daily. Today, the Chiefs are back on the field for their third and final round of OTAs as the 2024 season inches closer. Week 1 just around the corner, PFF rankings coming out, showing the Kansas City Chiefs have the right roster to pull off that three-peat, plus extra work on the side, getting these players ready. We break it all down, but first give us a like and subscribe right here on the KCSN YouTube channel, and let's get into it. Well, the Chiefs are back at One Arrowhead Drive this week for the third and final round of organized team activities. This week, OTAs will run June 4th through the 7th, with mandatory minicamp kicking off on June 11th and concluding on the 13th. Head coach Andy Reid and select players will be available this coming Thursday after practice. Now, the local media won't get a look inside practice until then, so keep your eyes peeled come Thursday for the latest updates. As always, we'll bring you those interviews from the pressers and any need-to-know information. As for minicamp, players are going to be available each day, with head coach Andy Reid and quarterback Patrick Mahomes talking on Thursday, June 13th, the last day of camp. Now, minicamp includes physicals on Monday, but no practice. Practices Tuesday through Thursday with a day off on Friday. Allowed 2 practices totaling 3.5 hours on the field per day, and second practice limited to walkthrough activities only. This equals out to 10 hours a day maximum of 24 hours over 3 days. This will wrap up the off-season program, which means that training camp is next on the agenda. Now, the Chiefs have not yet released the dates of the training camp schedule, but it tends to run the last week of July through the second game of the preseason schedule. Camp will again be held up in St. Joseph, Missouri at Missouri Western State University. Well, as the offseason continues, Pro Football Focus shares some rankings in a new series highlighting the top players in the NFL at every position heading into the 2024 season. Last week, we brought you that Patrick Mahomes landed at the top spot for quarterback. This week, we look at the other side of the ball. The Chiefs' third-year player, Trent McDuffie, ranked as the number 2 cornerback in the NFL. PFF notes that these cornerback rankings consider several factors. PFF coverage grade, which is primarily influenced by plays where the defender was targeted, ability to prevent separation, difficulty of assignment, and PFF grade on plays where the players were not targeted. As far as McDuffie goes, PFF says that McDuffie, a 2022 first-round pick, helped lead the Chiefs to back-to-back Super Bowl victories to start his career. He is graded well, earning an 83.8 coverage grade that ranks 7th at the position over the last 2 years. However, he excels at preventing separation, rushing the passer, and stopping the run, giving him an elite all-around game. PFF even ranked the top NFL rosters, providing a ranking of all 32 teams, along with comprehensive breakdowns of their strengths, weaknesses, X-factors, and rookies to watch. Kansas City landing number 2 on the list behind the San Francisco 49ers. Here's how PFF breaks it down. Biggest strengths in 2023, well, that was Patrick Mahomes. Mahomes is the great equalizer for this team. Not only did the Chiefs receivers have a lot of problems, but his offensive tackles were shaky as well, as neither Donovan Smith nor Jawaan Taylor managed a PFF grade of 60. Yet it didn't matter, as the Chiefs won the Super Bowl for the second consecutive season and the third time in 5 years. As long as Mahomes is under center, the Chiefs should always be considered among the favorites in the AFC. Biggest weaknesses in 2023? Offensive tackle. The Chiefs added 2 new tackles this last offseason to try and shore up their offensive line, and neither made major dividends. Donovan Smith mained the left side to the tune of a career low of 57.8 grade, while Jawaan Taylor was even worse on the right side with a 49.8 grade. That was 72nd out of 81 qualifying tackles. Taylor was also the most heavily penalized player in the league last season with 23. The next closest player on either side of the ball had 18 flags thrown against him. Smith is currently a free agent, and Taylor projects to continue to man the right side of Kansas City's line. While the Chiefs didn't address tackle in free agency, they did select BYU's Kingsley Suamataia with a second-round selection to compete against Wanya Morris, Lucas Niang as well for the left tackle spot. X-Factor for 2024? Well, PFF is saying wide receiver Rashee Rice. Rice is more of an X-Factor for the off-the-field reasons than on. As a rookie second-rounder in 2023, Rice was a revelation for the Chiefs down the stretch as he caught 79 passes for 938 yards and 7 scores with an 85 PFF grade. However, Rice has had a tumultuous offseason with various legal troubles that could land him a suspension and set this offseason back. Whether that suspension occurs in 2024 or has to be delayed until 2025 due to the legal process, the Chiefs losing Rice for any period of time could be detrimental to the offense's effectiveness. If Rice can avoid suspension in 2024, though, with the moves the team has made at wide receiver in the offseason, this has the potential to be the most talented group of pass catchers that Mahomes has ever gotten to work with. Rookie to watch, wide receiver Xavier Worthy. Regardless of Rice's legal situation, the Chiefs receiver room needed a boost heading into the draft. They signed Marquise Brown away from the Cardinals and selected Texas speedster Xavier Worthy with a first-round pick. Worthy made history at the NFL Combine, running a 4.21 second 40-yard dash, the fastest record time at the event ever. Worthy isn't just a speed demon, though. He also has been very productive with his career at Texas, catching at least 50 passes for over 600 yards and 5 scores in all 3 of his collegiate seasons. The Chiefs haven't had a speedster with high-end receiving ability since trading Tyreek Hill to the Dolphins 2 years ago, and with Worthy, that element should be firmly reestablished in the offense. While the over-under, 11.5 wins total. Over, despite all of the troubles plaguing the Chiefs last season, they still won the Super Bowl behind another stellar performance from Patrick Mahomes. The team remains largely intact from last season, as L'Jarius Sneed is the only major piece not returning after a trade with the Titans. Now, on paper, this team should cruise to an AFC West division title, especially considering the other 3 teams look much weaker heading into the season. The 3rd consecutive Super Bowl win is certainly on the table. All right, here is a look at the projected starting lineup for 2024 according to PFF. Drop in the comments below what you think about these rankings and the starting lineup. Are they missing anyone? Let us know. Well, we all know just how special the combination of Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes is here in Kansas City. Sports Illustrated recently putting out a list of top head coach and QB duos, with Reid and Mahomes landing at number 1. The Chiefs pair ranked as the NFL's top head coach quarterback duo. Matt Verderam writes that think about the best teams in NFL history. Champions. Almost all of them have distinct qualities. Some are centered around their offense, others around their defense, but the one commonality across all the champions: great coaches and great quarterbacks. Verderam explains why Kansas City lands at the top spot. Dynasties are typically born of great coach-quarterback combinations. The Chiefs are no different. Since Mahomes became the starter in 2018, Kansas City has won 6 AFC West titles, reached 6 AFC title games, hosting 5 of them, gone to 4 Super Bowls, and won 3 rings. Overall, Mahomes is already a Hall of Fame shoo-in, while Reid is 4th all-time in wins. The Baltimore Ravens, John Harbaugh and Lamar Jackson coming in at number 2, while Los Angeles Rams, Sean McVay and Matthew Stafford ranked 3rd amongst the duos. Let's hit the socials now, starting off with a couple of birthday wishes. First one for the Chiefs' newest addition, Marquise Brown. Happy 27th birthday! Hollywood spent the last 2 seasons with the Arizona Cardinals before signing with the Chiefs this past offseason. He originally entered the NFL as a first-round pick of the Baltimore Ravens in 2019 after playing collegiately at the University of Oklahoma. Now, according to Chiefs reporter Matt McMullen, Hollywood received his nickname from the legendary broadcaster Gus Johnson, who coined the name following a big play by Brown during a matchup against Kansas State in 2017. So far, it looks like the new star is fitting in perfectly here in KC. Reid and Mahomes both saying the chemistry is flowing. Quote, Hollywood does a nice job out there as a receiver, said head coach Andy Reid during OTAs. It looks like he and Pat are developing chemistry out there. We'll just take it step by step as we go. A big happy birthday, Hollywood. Next on the birthday wishes, we shout out former Chiefs Emmitt Thomas. Happy 81st. Kevin Gallagher sharing on Twitter that he's a Pro Football Hall of Fame class of 2008. The Chiefs' all-time interceptions leader, undrafted out of Bishop College. Emmitt led the AFL in interceptions with 9 in 1969 and led the NFL in 1974 with 12. The 5-time Pro Bowler followed his playing days as a respected longtime NFL assistant coach and coordinator, a 2-time All-Pro and Super Bowl champ as well. Happy birthday. Enjoy your day. All right, folks, that does it for another episode of Chiefs News Daily. Remember, join us on the LLC. That's our Loyal Listeners Club. Great place to chat and interact with other fans and myself. Also, make sure if you liked today's episode, give us a like and subscribe right here on the KCSN YouTube channel. A great rest of your Tuesday. We'll see you right back here tomorrow.